So the DPP suggests, and it says 4 criminal laws possibly breached in Royal Reid's CMU corruption case. And I'll say that again, 4 criminal laws possibly breached. And from what I'm getting from that, she's not suggesting that Mr. Reid did anything criminal, but it says possibly. So the opinion has been sent to the FID, the Financial Investigation Division, which is leading the probe. It has also been copied to the Police Commissioner, Major General Anthony Anderson. And in addition to the breaches of the 4 criminal laws, the DPP said there were possibly 2 common law offenses. Not certain I know what that means in this context, and possibly administrative breaches. That I know. I quote, "It would be remiss of us not to underscore that during an investigation, confidentiality needs to be maintained until there is sufficient material to charge an individual. When too much information is released in the public sphere, it can compromise the integrity of the investigation and the viability of a future successful prosecution, and could also have a deleterious effect, especially where potential witnesses whose names find themselves in the public space can be intimidated and demotivated in respect of assisting in a prosecution." The headline in the newspaper says "Eyes on key players," and then it says the 4 criminal laws are possibly breached. I wouldn't say possibly breached. I'm not certain exactly what we'll hear. I think yesterday we touched on this part of the story that says Mr. Reid's driver was paid more than $700,000 in 4 months. And the DPP expected to rule. That was yesterday. The Caribbean Maritime University, they have admitted to making payments totaling more than $700,000 over a 4-month period on invoices in the name of Devon McQueen. And Devon McQueen is the former driver of the former Education Minister, Mr. Reid. The university says the invoices were for transportation services, but said it could not provide details at that time. And I quote, "We are unable to provide further details as the documentation in relation to the above payments is with Financial Investigations Division," what the CMU said. Whew. Why we've been hearing about this for so long. This is certainly not a 9-day wonder. This has been going on and on and on and on. I wonder where it will end. And it's interesting what the DPP said, and we now wait to hear if anyone will be criminally charged. We move on. Daniel Sturridge, who played at Liverpool last season, also played with Chelsea, and he's been on Smile Jamaica many, many times. Grandparents, Jamaican. He's been banned for 6 weeks. He's been fined $75,000 for breaching betting rules. Now, apparently he told a member of his family that he might be transferred to a team in Spain. There was a lot of talk about where he might go, and I didn't even know you could bet on that. But apparently he told his brother to bet on a potential move from Liverpool to Spanish side Sevilla. Well, he didn't go anywhere. So his punishment is a 6-week suspension from domestic football matches starting July 17, with 4 weeks of the ban suspended until the end of August. By the way, he doesn't have a club right now. He was released by Liverpool, so they call it a free transfer. So any club wants him wouldn't have to pay Liverpool because Liverpool released him. And apparently the FA, the Football Association in Britain, is a little bit disappointed with the how should I put it? They thought he should be punished more. So I can remember one of our cricketers who suggested to someone something one time, and he was banned for a much longer time. So hopefully we'll move on from that. And as I said, he's a free agent, so we're not certain where he will go. The final one, look out for con artists. The National Water Commission warns they've issued an advisory urging the public to be on the lookout for unscrupulous people posing as its employees or bill collectors acting on the Commission's behalf in a guise to gain access to their properties. Now, NWC representative, they're issued with current photographic identification cards and are required to produce valid NWC identification at the customer's request. The representatives do not usually need to go inside a customer's home. but mostly into the yards where the pipes and meters from the NWC are located. So the public is urged to report any suspicious approach by anyone claiming to represent the NWC to the nearest police station or 119 or the NWC. They have a security department, and the numbers are 929-5430-5 or 920-1503. Just be careful, folks. We told you, I think it was yesterday, about the folks who were jogging in the mornings and people trying to kidnap them. Then we went from that to say people followed this lady into a supermarket, and because she was aware of what's going on, she was lucky that she called her boyfriend and he came, and that probably saved her. So I guess we just have to be careful, period, on the road, in the supermarket, in your homes, because we just said, so just beware. All right,